Because oh, it's quite. Oh dear.
Tell you what, that's a sagging joint just below, just in front of that point there.
Oh, he's changing the point. You are?
Did you see the
You don't want the black one? It's only one we've got, I think. It's on the fridge.
Where is it?
It's there.
Where is it?
You see it moving?
Have I got the pay? Let's come on, stay here.
You come to this way. Chuff, chuff. Chuff, 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 chuff.
Stand back, Mark.
You covering your ears? You can see. Can you see the train again?
Stand here. Yeah, watch.
Can we go watch? I'd go watch the train.
Watch.
Okay. We're going to watch him. Is he going to come backwards? Don't go on there. Excuse me. Stand back, please. Stand back with me. Here.
Different credits there.
The brake on in the garden. The brake on in the garden. There's no here on that one. Just moved a lot then, we've got a tight chair. Okay. Pardon? Bit more. Bit more.
Move, I think.
thing there. That point is weighted. So now it's all right. It doesn't have to get down and do anything.
It's multiple choice. Anyway, Joe, what do you think about all this today?
I don't know, it's going to be a free ride to Piccadilly, and I don't know, I didn't get a number, so
Yeah?
no.
Are you just like along for the ride, Joe? Is that it?
And what do you think about this?
I'll
come and check out what's going on. It's
Confusing, eh?
tell my face.
Excellent.
Confused face.
Excellent. James, taking a photograph of me, taking a photograph of you. So what do you think of this?
Yeah, I'm just coming for the pint. No, I'm looking forward to finding out who it is. I want to see who he is and why he's chose us.
Don't you want to inflict any pain on him?
No, I'm not that type of guy. I'll buy him a pint.
Right. Sorry, that was not the answer I was. No, sorry, you were looking for. Wrong answer, Helen.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I don't know what to think anymore. I'm scared and I'm excited.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this a part of the student curriculum?
Oh God. Not that I know of.
There we go. That'll do. And here we have the persons who have caused all the trouble. So let's have Mr. James first. Go on.
Hello.
What do you think about all this?
I think it's very good. I really enjoyed the broadcast last night. It was the best TV I've watched in ages. Interactive television. It's much better than X Factor.
With a skull and a white penguin. Yeah.
So
I'm really looking forward to meeting Ruthie.
right. So you're actually just going to stand there and say I am him, and then you're going to die. Yes?
No.
No. Okay.
I could say that. No, that's not going to happen.
Oh, okay. Right. And what do you think?
I didn't care at first, but then it got to me, so now I care. So
Right, okay.
I need to finish this.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Right. Well, and what do you think?
Exactly the same as Johnny.
Exactly the same. No. Lorenzo?
I just want to know who he is. I mean, who is Ruthie Franson?
Yeah. I think it's me.
Is it me?
It could be you.
That guys are so similar.
It
We're
could
the
be.
usual suspects then.
Yeah.
We are.
You're all guilty until proven innocent now. Everybody. This is 12 Little Indians, but in reverse. Robert, darling, what do you think of this?
I think it's very strange, and I would like to know who this Ruthie is, so I can fuck him up.
So is that basically what you're going to do?
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Right, we're going to move over to Nick, so that's all right. So anyway, Nick, so what do you think? You can block yourself out, so what do you think? It's a load of bollocks, but you're just coming to see what it's all about. Yeah? Excellent. Anyway, so
Unit, part of Church Action on Poverty, work with disadvantaged and marginalised groups on issues that are important to them. We recently started work with Salford Deaf Blind Group, and they chose to work on the issue of transport and improving their access to transport, in particular buses in the Greater Manchester area. They felt that if they could have greater confidence in travelling on buses, this would greatly increase their independence.
My name's Jeff Fletcher. I work for Community Pride Unit as a deaf blind link worker, working with the deaf in Salford, deaf blind in Salford. And I've been working with them now for 5 years, and it's all come to my attention that the reason we set up this transport process was because the deaf-blind wanted to see some improvement to the bus service.
The first time I went out on my own with using a long cane, it was a horrible day. It was pouring down with rain. I got on the bus and asked to be put off at the Stocks Hotel, and the bus was going and going, and I thought, well, I know it should be sooner than this. I asked the lady in the seat sat next to me, was this the Stocks Hotel? So she said, oh, no, you've gone way past that. So I asked the driver to stop, got off, and It was on the main A6, which was a very busy road. Because it was raining so heavy, it was dark, and I was completely disorientated. And I had options: ring my son to come and rescue me, try and cross the road, which was the A6, which was definitely out, in order to get a bus back to where I should be, that was. So I decided to walk, and it was a really frightening experience because it was dark, it was raining, it was my first day out, and because I'd gone past the stop and had to get off in an area that I didn't know, it meant that I had a 2-mile walk back again in an area I didn't know.
They want the same service as what they have on the metro in the Greater Manchester area and the trains or the railway, with announcements on saying where the next stop is, and then they feel comfortable knowing where they can get off, or it gives them a sense of relief to knowing that they're getting near their destination when the announcement of all the different stations they're approaching, so they know they're getting warmer and getting home safely. And this is the reason we come to do this, because they wanted improvement to their everyday life. Their independence is most valuable, because without this independence they'd be housebound, stuck in in their own room, looking at 4 walls every day and driving themselves mad. So
Deaf-blind people have different levels of hearing and sight loss, but the majority can hear with the assistance of hearing aids. The group do feel that they are sometimes the forgotten disability, because their disability in a lot of cases is not immediately obvious. The group would just like to say that they're not asking for the earth, they're just asking what they are entitled to under normal human rights, and that is the accessibility to public transport.
My problem is that at the moment I'm very isolated because I can't get out on my own anymore. I do have dual sensory impairment. I am very annoyed with drivers, because last time I did go out, some time ago now, the driver put me off the wrong stop. I didn't know where I was when I got off the bus. It felt familiar at first, but when I started walking, the landmarks were all different. I realised I was in the wrong place. I was completely lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just standing there and someone came along and helped me out. That person hadn't stopped to help me, I don't know where I would have been to this day, because I was completely lost. So that put me off going out on my own.
There was an incident quite recently where I was waiting for a bus at the bus stop. The bus came around the corner through the traffic lights. There was nowhere where the bus could stop. There was a gap between 2 cars, and me and another chap had to walk through about over a metre to get on that bus. Now, both me and the other chap were quite capable, but I think if somebody, with a stick or invalid, I think they'd have very great difficulty getting on that bus.
I have recently become partially blind, so therefore I'm quite afraid to go out on my own. My family have to come with me more or less everywhere I go, because I can't cross roads and I'm afraid.
I need all the help I can get on buses or any transport, even taxi drivers to be more helpful. On the whole, I've been lucky that the majority are, but there's always that one odd occasion when you were unlucky and you might not get a second chance.
Like a lot of the other members here, I've had trouble with buses, drivers going past the stop. But if we had signs on the bus, visual and audio, to listen for our stop coming up, you could get off the bus where you wanted to and not be taken past the stop. You could feel a lot safer, a lot more comfortable travelling on buses. You could get your independence back just by, whatever amount it would cost. It would make travelling so much easier if they had this on the buses. Visual and audio, those that are deaf or blind, or for normal people that maybe concentrate on their kiddies or whatever, it doesn't just apply to us, it applies to everybody.
and I got on the bus, and my own fault, I didn't ask the number. I thought it said 33, and off I went, and then I began to get into territory which I didn't recognise at all, which I don't recognise that well in the best of times. And I asked the driver, and he said, "Oh, you're on whatever," and put me off at this roundabout. Well, one roundabout looked very much like another. I didn't know why it was. I looked around, and it just happened there was nobody in the street at that time, and there was me with this roundabout. Desert Island Discs without music and without the lovely Kirsty. So what should I do? I found my way to bus stop because I couldn't see it from where I was standing. It was a little bit too far away. And then I did ask, and finally I got home. But the silly thing was, I got a sort of little, I suffer with angina, and if I get any stress, it starts everything off again. And so that put me off travelling alone on the buses. I've only been once on a bus since then, but before I used to go on the buses a great deal, and the tram. I think the tram is absolutely fabulous. I could go up and down on there all day long.
Can I just say the tram service in Greater Manchester is so much better than the buses for the simple reason they have an audio and visual sign saying where the next stop is, so you know straight away where to go. Whereas you don't have this, this facility on buses. You just rely on the driver to put you off at the right place.
So the reason they want this independent on the buses is to be able to get out without having support from their PA or the family. They can get around, they'll be less stressed, they'll be happy, and they'll be able to finish friends without relying on other people. And this is the whole idea behind it. But if the Greater Manchester buses would help them to achieve their independence by having an audio announcement, bigger signs on the buses outside, and especially the drivers, not all drivers, but some drivers needs to be educated how they can cope with people with deafblindness, deafness or other disability. And if they can cope with all that, obviously the bus service in the Greater Manchester would be a marvellous run company. But it just needs some awareness training, and I'm sure the company can do that. But it's just having an effort to get people to go to the courses and spend a bit of time learning. After that, the service will be great. And I'm sure a lot of people in the Greater Manchester area who are deaf, normal people, and especially people coming to the city from other areas of the country, other areas around the world, if they hop on a bus, they will be able to travel in confidence, knowing that they are getting off at the right stop. So it's not just deafblind, we are creating a campaign to ensure everybody can enjoy the company of travelling on the first bus or any other buses in the Greater Manchester area.
We have found out that what we're actually campaigning for, talking buses, is actually becoming a reality in different parts of the country. We know that London has 100% talking buses. We think that if just one bus route in Salford could be converted to a talking bus route, this would have so much benefit for the local community, not just deaf-blind people or blind people, but also local tourists, visitors to the areas, and anybody who doesn't know the location of travelling in.
What